So this is a video that I didn't think I'd ever have to make. In fact, I really didn't want to even make this video, but I thought if I could help other pet owners, that'd be a good thing. So we have two Doberman Pinschers, and they are. Toby is 8.5 years old, and Mia is just over 8 years old. And we noticed that Toby was dealing with a cough. He had like a cough going on. You okay? And so, doing some research, we thought maybe he could have heartworms. So we brought him to the vet and did the heartworm test, and he was negative. We thought, awesome, that's great. That's good news, actually. And we thought maybe he's got some kind of infection going on in his lungs, and it's something we can get taken care of. So, so we made an appointment to have his teeth cleaned, because we were supposed to have it cleaned and both of our dogs were supposed to have them cleaned in 23, because we got it done in 21. You have to do it every 2 years. And it's very important that you do this. Don't forget to get your dog's teeth cleaned. But anyways, we made an appointment for their teeth cleaning, and the vet said that while they have him under anesthesia, that they can take X-rays of his lungs and see what's going on. If there's any problem, anything they can see. And so we had their teeth cleaned. Everything went great. They were pretty bad. Their teeth were, they had a lot of red inflamed gums and horrible dog breath. I mean, really bad. And that had us concerned. I didn't really notice how bad his gums were. He had to really pull them up to see how bad his gums were. But anyways, the doctor put us on, prior to that, during when we brought him in for his cough, they checked his gums and stuff, and they put us, they told us to put him on an antibiotic, and it was called glindamycin. I'll put that right here. And that stuff worked. It was incredible. Within the third day, they didn't have their gums weren't swollen anymore. They didn't have that horrible breath anymore. So it was all coming from their gums and teeth. And so anyways, we brought them in to get their teeth cleaned, and they put them, they put them under, and they did the X-rays for Toby. And I'm sorry, this is really emotional for me. They said that he had an enlarged heart. It's called a DCM, and it's called dilated cardiomyopathy. I'll put that right here. He told us that he probably has less than a year to live, 6 months to a year, something like that. And we need to keep him calm, no exercise, of course. He showed me the X-ray, And although I don't have the original x-ray with me, this is what it looks like. It's got he called the classic inverted D. It looks like a backwards letter D. And so his right ventricle, or the right side I should say, the right side of his heart is enlarged or swollen out. And because I guess the muscle wall is getting thinner and thinner, and it's getting harder for his heart to pump and keep up with the circulation. So we have to keep him calm and relaxed, no running around. And anyways, so we got to keep him calm. This is hard because he's only 8.5 years old. And nobody expects their pet to die so soon. You know, we all would like to have at least 12 years or more with our pets. And it's hard because this, you know, they're always there for you, our pets. They're always happy to see you. They're never in a bad mood, you know, like we are. You know, we always get bad moods and life gets in the way and we get all distracted with things. But you know, pets, the dogs are always there for you, always. They're always happy to see you. And it's like, it's just not fair, you know? It's just, there's such a short life they have. They bring so much joy to you. And those of you that have pets or have had pets know what I'm talking about. The grieving. My wife and I, we just found out about this, you know, the last few days. And we've been just torn up, crying for the last few days. Just knowing that, you know, that happy, smiley face won't be there anymore to greet you in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. This is really hard for me. He's, you know, like all pets, he's such a good boy. You know, and it's like he's not deserving of this, but that's life. That's just the way things are. And and it's our responsibility to keep them healthy. They have them on antibiotics for the gums and all that, and that make sure you go get your dog's gums checked. Make sure their gums are not inflamed. To have your vet check it out and put them on this clindamycin antibiotic. Works great, it really does. Within 3 days, their gums, the swelling went down, and the bad breath that they had was gone, completely gone. So it's very important you have that done at least every 2 years. So what can we do to better or strengthen his heart, I should say? First of all, no more running around, no more playing and getting excited. We just have to keep him calm and relaxed. You know, he can walk around and stuff, but he can't be running around. Although he wants to, and I got to stop him a lot of times. And so yeah, just in general, keeping them calm, because you don't want to overwork the heart, because the heart's having a hard time as it is pumping right now. So the signs you need to look out for is the coughing. And in case you missed the first part, this is what it sounds like here. That's one of the signs. Another sign is a swollen belly. Now, our dogs have always enjoyed eating, so they were pretty fat Dobermans to begin with. But lately I noticed Toby's belly getting really big. It started really getting kind of too much. And I told my wife, we have to start cutting back on their calories a bit because they're both getting pretty big. And that's one of the signs anyway. If you see a swollen belly, usually in the mid, the belly section, not so much all over. So coughing, swollen belly, not wanting to run around or exercise, the coughing and stuff like that. But every time you bring your dog to the vet, it's good to get them checked for that too. I know there's a genetic test that you can get your dogs that would check for this. In Dobermans, it's roughly 58% of Dobermans have this genetic disorder called DCM, enlarged heart, and it is fatal. And once the symptoms show up like this, they probably have less than a year to live. Like I said, this has been a shock. It's different if you had your dog. Well, if it's different if your dog is already old and you can see obviously he's old and he's, they're having a hard time, and then you discover he's got this enlarged heart. That's expected. In fact, the vet said that, no matter what breed of dog you have, eventually this will get your dog, eventually. And you would expect this in old age, 12, 13, 14 years and up in a dog. So, what can we do? Very important, people. We know that when a dog has a weak heart, it's usually a nutritional deficiency. Now, in my case, my dog, it's a genetic disorder. It doesn't mean that we can't help the heart. The heart can always be helped. It's just he's got this genetic disorder working against him. So, what can you do? There's some supplements you can give your dog. So, in these last 3 days, it's been 3 days now, we've noticed, since we've been giving him these supplements. Well, let me back up a bit. The vet recommended a medication. It's supposed to, help the heart pump. It's called, let's see if I can say this here, enalapril. That's easy enough. Enalapril. And it's a small little tablet, and we have to give it to them, to my dog Toby, twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, 12 hours apart. So usually we do like 9 in the morning and 9 in the evening. We give them these pills. It's kind of hard to give dogs pills, but what I do is I grab the lower part of his jaw and open his mouth, and then with my fingertips, grab the pill, put it way in the back of the tongue, in the back of the throat where it's touching, because they're like gagging, Put it way back there, and then with my thumb I push it beyond the back of the throat, behind the tongue, and he eventually just swallows it. And that's how I've been doing it. I am purchasing, I have them ordered, they haven't come in yet, these they call them pill guns or pill dispensers. It's a long tube where you can put the pill on the end there, and then put the tube back in the back of his throat, and just shoot it back there and behind the tongue there, and they just swallow it. It's a little easier that way, so we're waiting for those. But it's better than getting your hand chomped on. So, the supplements we're giving them, nutritional supplements, because the heart, like any muscle, needs nutrition, okay? since his is a genetic disorder, he's got that working against him. Now, as far as supplementation, the number one important one is taurine. Okay, taurine I know firsthand works for me. I've been taking 1 gram, 1,000 milligrams in the morning, and then twice a day I've been taking it. So it really helped me with my muscle strength when I'm working out. I know for a fact it works great, big time. So we've been giving him not quite half that dose, but we've been giving him in his meals. It comes in a powder. Just sprinkle it in his food, mix it up real good so he doesn't really taste it. I tasted it. It doesn't really have any taste. So we've been giving him that. Also, very important is CoQ10. So CoQ10 is also very, very important for the heart. I'm not going to get into detail about all these supplements. You can do your own research, but I'm just going to list them here so you know what to give your dog and what will strengthen his heart. So taurine, CoQ10. Now you can get it in regular CoQ10 or ubiquinol. Ubiquinol is more expensive. It's better absorbed in the body. Either way, they need to get this in their system. L-carnitine. L-carnitine is also something that the dogs need for their heart. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is also very important. Now, dogs do make their own vitamin C. We don't. But it may not be enough. Okay, vitamin C does a ton of different things in the body. It's not just for the immune system. It works with collagen collagen is needed in every cell in our bodies, so we need that. Again, I'm not going to get into super details and stuff. Zinc, very important also for the heart, and selenium. So we've been giving our dog, both Toby and Mia. Mia doesn't have this enlarged heart, and we want to make sure she never does. Because, like I said, this is really hard. So anyways, these are the nutrients that we're giving our dogs. And I'm not kidding you, within the last 3 days now, it's been basically since we've been giving him these supplements. And we have noticed a slight improvement in Toby. He's not coughing as much. He coughs a little bit in the morning. And that's pretty much it. For the rest of the day, he's pretty good. He doesn't cough at all, or rarely. Where before this, all happened. This happened basically a month ago, roughly, and we just recently brought him to the vet. The coughing wasn't bad, but what was happening? He was coughing, and then he would fall fall down on the ground, and he was freaked out, like he didn't know what just happened, and he'd get back up again. And that kind of startled me. So that's what, we might make an appointment to go see the vet. So, what else here? Vitamin E. Now, vitamin E in the form of tocotrienols is the best form. Regular vitamin E, tocopherol, is not as absorbed in the body as the tocotrienols. So we bought, they're liquid capsules, the ones we buy. And vitamin B1 or thiamine, very important for their heart strength. Now this seems like a lot of stuff, but what we try to do is get whatever we can in powder form. Usually there are companies out there that sell them in little pouches, little bags of powder, of zinc, selenium, L-carnitine, whatever it is. They usually sell them in powder. If you can't get them in powder form, then you can get them in capsules. Capsules is very easy. You can just pull them apart and sprinkle it in their food also. And the B1, if you can get them in a soft gel, maybe if you put it in the food, that's what we're going to be doing. But we haven't received the B1 yet, but we're going to be, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm waiting on some to come because I'm ordering more, but the ones I do have are in a capsule. And I've only been doing this for 3 days, guys, and so it's kind of hard for me to remember what's going on here. So yeah, they are in capsule form, and I have been opening them up and sprinkling in their food. The ones I have are pretty potent. They're 300 milligrams. And the B1, 300 milligrams of, I'll put it right here. I forgot how to say it. And I'll usually put half in Toby's and half in Mia's food. In other words, what I'm trying to do here is put all the supplements in their food. And if you can't, in whatever supplement you have that you can't break apart or put in their food, then whatever pill form it's in, just put it in the back of their throat and they'll swallow it. It's just important you get these supplements in their food. Again, it's zinc, selenium, taurine, L-carnitine, vitamin C, CoQ10, vitamin E, as in tocotrienols, and B1. And a pill dispenser to help them swallow their pills. Now, I'm not against medications. Medications are very helpful in the short term. And for Toby's case, it is short term because he's not going to be around much longer. And so yeah, if this can help anybody out, if you have pets, it's good to put these supplements in their food, at least in one of their meals a day. As far as the amount, I mean, I look at it this way. I'm 200 pounds. Toby is, he's 97. He's basically half my weight. And so I've been, giving him accordingly, so half of what I would usually take. And if you have small dogs, you're going to have to figure all that out. Maybe a quarter of, if you have a small dog, a quarter of that. But it's best that they get something. They need nutrition. As far as dog food, as far as kibbles, I would highly avoid kibbles. Kibbles is loaded with sugar, okay, and grains, which is basically the same thing. It's not a part of their normal diet, and it causes cardiovascular problems, clogged arteries, sugar. Look at what it's doing to us. Look what's happened to us in these last, since the 80s. Just the obesity epidemic is crazy. It's all the sugar, refined carbs, and the seed oils and junk. Our Mia, our female Doberman, is doing good. She's healthy. She doesn't have this enlarged heart. I thank God. I'm very grateful. But she's going to be getting the nutritional supplementation also to strengthen her heart and give her the best life we can give her. Toby, on the other hand, I'm sorry, guys. This is really tough for me because this is so unexpected. We're just going to, try to make his life as best we can, give him as much love as we can, give him as much nutrition as we can to keep. If I can get a few more months out of him, I'd be very grateful. And that would be really, that would be great. I'm sorry, guys. Whew. He's just, so like I said, he's just a good boy, and he's always there for you, and he's always happy to see you. Every time we go, I tell my wife we're going to go check the mail, because here we have to go to the post office. They don't deliver mail to where we live. And they get so excited, both of them. They run in the van, and they want to go with Daddy here, and check the mail. And they get all excited. Or when I'm going to get eggs from our hens, I tell them, "Oh, let's go get the eggies." And then they get all excited, and they run to the chicken coop and to help me get the eggs, which they don't really do, but they're just excited, no matter what we do. And it's just hard, to see your best friend, part of your family. He's like our little boy, our little girl. It's just hard to see them die. It really is. Anyways, guys, I hope this could really help somebody out. Give your dog proper nutrition, supplementation, keep their heart strong. Avoid kibbles, because that for sure will bring on cardiovascular disease. And love your pets. Give them all the love you can, because the time with them is very short.